story. My crush was playing basketball, and usually I would just randomly try and take the ball from him. This time, however, when I tried to slap the ball out of his hands, instead I slapped his crotch. Well, you were certainly close to some balls, that's for sure. Ah, yes. Welcome back, my beautiful peasants, to a brand new episode of, yes, you guessed it, say it with me now, Sebastian Roasts. And today's brilliant theme is embarrassing stories, where I, Sebastian, will read some of your most embarrassing stories, and, well, I'll probably laugh at you, really. So let's have fun laughing at each other, mainly me laughing at you, but still, nonetheless, let's have fun. I was talking to my friend on the bus, and then she ended the call and I kept talking. Then I asked a question and I heard no response. So I checked my phone and, well, I was talking to no one. Oh my goodness, how did you ever survive with such an embarrassing moment? I'm sure you were made a fool and everybody thought you were a peasant or, worse yet, an idiot. I am so sorry that your struggles are so tough. Might I suggest in future try not to be such an idiot? And punctuation won't kill you either, dear, so don't be afraid to use it, okay? Good. Flexter YouTube Naruto. Yes, I bet this comment is going to be a saucy one. Embarrassing stories. If you meant that your best friend in primary school farts on your teacher and blames it on you, then mine's perfect. And I mean perfect, Sebastian. I'm honestly lost for words, like, really? What? What happened? How does this even happen? Why were you both in close enough range to the teacher to both be mistaken for farting on her? This just feels like one situation that is a mess and should never have happened in the first place. And the fact that you're telling me about it and you didn't even flipping capitalize my name is rather insulting. And you added an XD in there. It's like you wanted me to despise you. Well, I do, but you know, you understand. Anyway, Flexter YouTube Naruto, I wish you all the best in your farting endeavors in future. Try not to hang around with those who fart on teachers, it's rather distasteful. Oh my Irene, I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually liked season... No, you... Oh gosh, silly me, you must have thought that this was a terrible joke theme. No, this is embarrassing stories theme, not ruin your life embarrassing stories theme. You know, don't say this, go back and delete it. You can still get rid of it. Get rid of the mistake, come on. Tazjeria B3B3773 Ksenia says, I'm going to be real in this comment section, RN. For those not as familiar with the streets as myself, RN means right now. You're welcome. One day, my brother, father, and I went to the carnival and had fun. In the middle of that fun, my brother and I decided to go on a ride that is like a carpet car thing that spins around very fast. Forwards and... oh my... This is supposed to be PG. Come on. My brother was on the left side of me, which was a bad idea because I am twice his size. So, as soon as the ride started going faster, I slide over to him and start crushing him with my body. I couldn't move away because the ride was too fast, and I was also laughing and had to pee. I laughed too much, so I peed. I wet my pants and my brother's pants, and I was really embarrassed. I told my father I wanted to go home, and he's like, are you sure? I told him, yes. Anyway, I went home and stuff, and yeah. I can't believe your little brother kink-shamed you like that in public. How dare he? Don't worry, your secret is safe, but I won't let you pee on me. I thought a random guy from my class wants to have a staring contest, so I stared at him for almost 15 min. But then I realized he had a stare contest with the guy sitting right behind me. How boring and uneventful is your life that you would spend 15 minutes staring at someone that isn't someone as beautiful as myself? Perhaps you should have spent those 15 minutes staring at an English textbook so, you could write sentences properly and understand rules of English, such as I is to be capitalized when it is on its own. Surprising, I know, shock, horror. Get good, peasant. One time I was in class and I wasn't paying attention, and the teacher told me to choose a number between 1 to 6, and I said 8. Where are my brain cells when I need them? Perhaps you were confused and thought they were asking you for your IQ, which, 1 to 6 would have been a more accurate representation. You were kind of bigging yourself up there with the 8, but it's fine, I'll let it be. And please, Please, viewers, do not use XD at an end of a sentence. It shows that you are indeed a peasant, and not the good kind. One time I needed to gain information about a cult, so I took a nun's— oh wait, that wasn't me. Please, it was an important situation. I had to make an executive decision, and I chose that I would use my PP to gain information. There is nothing wrong with that, and if somebody says otherwise, they are probably a very normal and rational person and not a very sexy demon, okay? Good. I'm glad we understand ourselves. About a year ago, my mother forced me to go to summer camp, and whilst I was there, I made friends with some girl. One day, we were bored, so we told each other funny stories, and I told her a story about some girl who wet herself in front of the whole school. Unfortunately, that girl was her. I just imagined the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme was playing in your head. I mean, look on the bright side, at least you didn't have to clean it up. I was out with my friends. Why are you lying? You don't have any, please, come on, spare me the bullshit. We were in a restaurant. We saw a couple making out a few tables away. We laughed our asses off and made fun of them until I realized they were my parents. It could have been worse. One of your parents could have been making out with Lala, nobody's favorite Teletubby. Embarrassing moment. My older sister saw me reading a Ciela x Sebastian Lemon. I assume she arranged the public execution for you swiftly, no? Something tells me those 71 likes you received are also people who were in a similar situation. I was running. 2 seconds later, my shoe flies off. Oh, the tragedy! However did you manage to come back from such an embarrassing incident? The heartache I feel towards you is immeasurable. How could you have survived such an ordeal? Perhaps you needed counsel guidance, a psychiatrist even. Thank you. You are brave for sharing this story with us, and we are blessed to hear it. We are glad you are doing better, and that you have come to terms with this. Truly inspirational. Amazing. That was sarcasm, by the way. When your mum— oh wait, let's do a nice Cockney accent. When your mum walks in on the 22nd hentai scene in an anime out of the whole series— oh yes, okay. Yes, only 20 seconds that you are replaying over and over again, weren't you? I know how this goes. Oh, I promise, Mother, I was only jacking it to this specific 20 seconds. Please don't hate me. I don't think I have a embarrassing story whatsoever. No? Nothing you wish you could take back? Nothing you wish you could do over? Nothing you wish didn't happen? You know? No? Okay. Okay, fine, Jessica. Fine. I'll take your word for it. Embarrassing story. I was in class like a normal person when I needed to sneeze, but because I'm socially awkward and weird, I tried to hold it back, but instead made the weirdest sound possible, similar to a dragon. And because I sat at the back, most people didn't notice, but I turned and saw the person next to me just staring and almost laughing. And so was I, but not because it was funny, but instead because I was really embarrassed and wanted to die. Oh, it's okay, don't worry, at least you didn't pee on your little brother. I'm still not over that comment, Jesus. When I was born, I became a peasant. Wow, aren't you a funny one? How many brain cells did you expend on that? Was the mental capacity to write that worth the lack of unoriginality and stupidity? One time I went to Walmart and my brother ran off, so I found a kid who looked like him, grabbed his hand, and literally dragged him across the store until the kid finally said, who are you? I turned around to find out it wasn't him and ran. Yes, I'm sure that's what you told the police, wasn't it? You were just dragging him to your van. Yes, I understand that my brother is 20 years old and the kid I've been dragging is 4, but officer, please, they look alike, I swear. I'm sure that's how it went down, wasn't it? One time I was watching High School DxD by myself, and suddenly my sister came into the room while there was bare boobage on the screen. I said it wasn't hentai, it has great plot, and she replied saying, I can see that, then walks out silently as she slowly closes the door. After that, we didn't talk for 2 days. Why on earth would you watch anime with your door unlocked? And if you don't have a lock, figure out a way they can't look at the screen when they open the door. Joshua, are you an amateur? But I can't stay mad at you, Joshua. You are a fine patron after all. And hint, hint, if you want me to roast you, you should totally go ahead and check out the Patreon. And finally, last of all, the best most original roast of all, which was not repeated at all. My embarrassing story was finding your channel, which was spammed multiple times. I'm sure everyone who wrote this felt so original and so funny, and I bet they thought nobody else would come to such a thought. I'm so savage. You're all so funny. You get Sebastian's special star for being funny. But before we end this episode, I have something that I must inform you about. It's a very serious situation. You see, the thing is, you can now get 80% off Bookwalker using the coupon code SOME80. Simply register now on Bookwalker and get 80% off digital manga and light novels. Yes, your peasant ears are not failing you. You heard me correctly. 80% off any manga or light novel. I know, it is crazy. Want to keep up with the official English translation of Black Butler legally? Well, now you can, for 80% off! And if you agree to sign up to their email subscription, you will get another 500 yen off. Oh my goodness, it's like they're giving it away. Go now, my child, and stay up to date with your favorite manga, please. And that is all for today's episode of Sebastian Roasts. I hope you had fun, peasants. I know I did. And guess what? This time, there is no theme. I know, scared, aren't we? I implore you to wait patiently. I will return with a roasting. Until next time, peasants. Embarrassing stories if you meant that your best friend in primary school farts on your teacher and blames it on you. What? Why? I laughed too much, so I peed. I wet my pants and my brother's pants. Oh God, no! Oh no! Oh no! That's so gross! You poor human being. One day we were bored, so we both talked about booties. This time, however, I tried to slap the ball out of his hands,